All over America, Rolaids spells relief.
All right, back to the action. Garbett now sending it over to the right wing side to Dennis Tuart. Dennis Tuart coming toward the penalty area now, trying to get around Joey Clark. Peter Wall comes in to help out, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Cosmos, deep down in surf territory. Just moments ago at the other end of the field, Jack Brand, the goalkeeper, came out with the ball in his arms and ran right into Al Trost. Watch this now. Watch this collision. Here it is. Boom. And believe it or not, Mr. Rouse called a foul against, guess who?
Trost.
Al Trost, right.
Unbelievable.
Here's Steve David now with the ball, playing it up to Cuenca, or rather to Malcolm Lord. Tackled away, and a nice play by Wilson, but sent right back up. Bogachevic now knocking it down, getting it over to Franz Beckenbauer. Here comes the Kaiser now through the center circle. Over to Hunt. Hunt back into the middle to Carlos Alberto. Alberto takes a long shot on one hop right at Jackson. Before the game, we were talking to captain and assistant coach Peter Wall of the Surf and asked him, as a veteran, is playing the #1 team in the league anything special?
Yeah, well, I think this is the big game of the season as far as we're concerned. It's you're playing against world-class players, and obviously it's going to be a big crowd here. And as far as I'm concerned, you know, that's going to lift me. I like the big crowds, the big atmosphere, and I hope it works the same way for all the other guys.
All right, you're listening to Peter Wall as the ball comes to Ray Evans now. Ray Evans, there's his cross, trying to get into Steve David, but Carlos Alberto heads it out of there. And we had an offside against the Surf, and they will have a free kick. The Cosmos will. Alberto playing it out to Moraes. Moraes to Beckenbauer. Beckenbauer marked by O'Leary. Sends it back to Terry Garbett. Garbett over to Moraes. Danny Count staying right with his man, and Moraes took a pretty good dive there, but he drew a free kick. Canaglia over to Bogachevic.
Excuse me, Gil. I'm just going to say that Moraes, of course, from the Santos Club in Brazil, known for the great Pelé, as you had mentioned earlier. Got a couple of Brazilians on his club. Carlos Alberto from the Flamengo Club in Brazil.
Bob O'Leary now brings the ball across the 35 over to Danny Counts. Danny Counts sends it into the penalty box, but it's headed out of there by Giuseppe Wilson. Now Cuenca up in the air to Malcolm Lord. Malcolm was trying to get it over to Steve David that time. Steve overran the ball. Now Garbett has to go back to collect this one for the Cosmos. Garbett and Counts, and again a direct free kick awarded against Danny Counts.
We'll take another look at this foul. Let you determine if Margene Ross feels that Danny Counts cut the Cosmo man off.
Bogachevic now back to Canaglia. Bogey to Beckenbauer. Beckenbauer serves it over to Steve Hunt on the left wing side. Steve Hunt trying to get around Ray Evans. Now Manuel Cuenca coming in to help out, but his pass intercepted by Hunt. Hunt gets it over to Canaglia. Out it comes to Tuart. Tuart into the penalty box, lets one fly, and it is wide of its mark. It is no good, no good. We have a goal kick coming up.
We can take another look at Dennis Tuart's penetration into the area from the right-hand side. That's Joey Clark marking him, and his shot was wide of the near post. Dennis Tuart coming into this game. He's played 1,009 minutes so far since he's come over from Manchester City in England, and he's got 8 goals, 7 assists for 23 points, and they certainly are a high-scoring aggregation, they being the Cosmos.
O'Leary losing the ball now to Garbett, who tackles it and stays right with it. Terry Garbett back to Beckenbauer. Beckenbauer ahead to Canaglia. Canaglia's pass intercepted there by Len Rennery, who plays it back to Jackson. Good defensive play by the Orange Destroyer that time for the California Surf. Remember, the Surf will play back here in the East next Tuesday night, July the 4th, at Philadelphia. That game will be on radio with Dave Green starting at 5 p.m. LA time, and Dick and I will be back on the tube. There's a shot taken that is wide to the right, just wide, and Jack Brand goes back to collect it. We'll be on the tube next Sunday at 2 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time from New England on KHJ Channel 9 with the New England T-Men, the team that destroyed the San Diego Sockers today by a score of 6-0. Stewart now. Marked by Trost. Garbett. Back to Stewart. Stewart sends the through ball for Wilson. Wilson, beautiful through ball there, but it goes right back to Jackson, and Jackson flings it out onto the left wing side over to Peter Wall. Now here come the Surf back up the field. Boy, I tell you, there's been action at both ends.
Very fast-paced game out here. Cosmos will force it fast-paced with their constant attacking, and the Surf have not been without a good attack tonight. They have been moving the ball down into the half of the Cosmos.
Danny Counts running out of space, so he plays it back to Al Trost at the corner of the box. His cross goes across the mouth of the goal, and Jack Brand gets a fresh ball to put into play. So, with no score in the game, we'll have more soccer action after this.
Sorry I'm late, Professor, but my car?
My good man, if you were smart, you'd get a car you could depend on.
You asked for it, the dependable Toyota Corolla two-door sedan. An easy starting, fully transistorized ignition. A smart, tough engine that's easy on gas. And Toyota's lowest sticker price. Toyota makes it easy to be smart.
A+.
You asked for it, you got it, Toyota.
The old-time Star hamburger. It's new, new, new. Take a bite, start to savor the brand new Star with old-time flavor. You've got tasted Carl's Jr. now. Charbroiled beef taste coming through. Ketchup, mustard, onions too. You've got tasted Carl's Jr. now. At Carl's Jr. you've got taste.
The Cosmos on the attack, and Giorgio Canaglia went up to head that ball, and I think he hit his head on the crossbar.
Either he hit his head on the crossbar or the clearing kick by Joey Clark, and we'll take another look at this. Joey Clark's foot might have got him. You can see Dennis Stewart bringing it from the right side on the attack. That's Joey marking Dennis. Dennis crosses. Canaglia goes up with a header, saved momentarily, and there it is, a foot right in the face of Giorgio Canaglia as he went for the ball off the header.
Here's the corner kick, and Cuenca knocks it high up into the air. Let's see who's going to get it. It's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be a throw-in by Santiago Formoso.
Santiago Formosa, yeah, right, from the United States, played last year in Connecticut for the Bicentennials.
Murray is passing it into the corner to Stewart. Joey Clark goes over to mark him there. Dennis Stewart, another one of those Cosmos instant millionaires, one of the great English stars.
Instant millionaires, I love it. Fans are very vocal here at Giant Stadium.
Garbett serves it into the penalty area. Malcolm Lord heads it out. O'Leary gets it over to Joey Clark, and Clark ahead to Al Trost. Al Trost running into traffic, passing it ahead. Foot race going on. Nelson Moraes gets there first. Moraes tackles the ball, goes down, but referee said play on this time. Al Trost and Terry Garbett now are... Oh, and Garbett pushed him from behind, and that should bring a yellow card. Pushing Al Trost down. Trost had made the foul.
If that doesn't bring a yellow card, then you'll not get one out of that referee tonight. Let's take another look at just exactly what happened. Terry Garbett and Al Trost. Trost working, trying to get the ball. He is marking Garbett. Garbett pulls up. Little contact. They get tangled up. Al still trying to go for the ball with his foot.
Here's Formoso taking a shot. It's wide to the left of the goal. Santiago Formoso, who had a pretty clear shot there if he could have just chipped it in, but he did not chip it in cleanly, and it went wide of the near post. It's a goal kick coming up for the Surf. No score in the game. 12:27 left to play in the first of two 45-minute halves from Giant Stadium. Dick Calvert, yours truly, Gil Stratton, sending the action your way as we watch John Jackson now let his teammates go upfield. Now he rolls it to Len Rennery. Rennery making a move to go by Hunt. Plays it up to O'Leary. O'Leary over to Ray Evans. And Ray Evans now bringing the ball upfield. Coming across the halfway line up to Danny Counts, and it's tackled out of bounds by Wilson. I don't know.
Oh, they're calling it the other way. I don't know. I'm not trying to get on the referee. His name is Marjan Rossi, Yugoslav. We've had him a couple of times on our telecast and also at the Big A in Anaheim. But sometimes I have a feeling he doesn't watch the same game we're watching.
This is Stewart with the ball. Sends it through, intercepted by Al Trost. Trost getting it ahead to Malcolm Lord. Malcolm Lord to Danny Counts. Counts to Steve David. And the Trinidad Torch has got the afterburner going now as he comes down. Stops now just outside of the box. Sends the cross into the middle. And Bogachevich heads this one out and out to the 35 where Dennis Tuert is bringing it upfield now for the Cosmos. Trying to get it to Canaglia. Canaglia and Len Rennery running into each other, and it's going to be a corner kick coming up, and Rennery can't believe the linesman.
On 2 or 3 occasions where it's been clearer that the Cosmos have been the last to touch the ball and it's gone out over either the end line or the touch line, the sidelines, if you will, they have given the ball to the Cosmos, but, you know, I guess it's turnaround fair play.
Beckenbauer with a hard header that just misses the near post. Oh, a great header by the Kaiser that time. Now we've got a goal kick coming up.
That time the Cosmos took the corner kick from the attacking right side and crossed it deep outside in the area, and they let Beckenbauer run on it with a very strong header.
The Cosmos with a big edge in corner kicks. They've had 7 to only 2 for the Surf. As Jocko sends it up to midfield. Bogachevich knocking it down, getting it over to Canaglia. Canaglia serves it back to Beckenbauer. Beckenbauer looking. Plays it to Terry Garbett. Garbett leaves it there for Tuert, and Tuert sends it back to Garbett. Garbett trying to go around Al Trost this time. Al's got the ball. He starts his run up, and he is pushed. And, yes, we do get a free kick now.
Same 2 combatants that just a few minutes ago had a little tangle up in midfield play. This time it went over to the California Surf.
Malcolm Lord playing it on the left wing side to O'Leary. O'Leary gets it up to Al Trost, and here comes Captain America. Course to the overlapping Joey Clark up into the air, and Formoso headed it out of there, and then Bogachevich feeding it over to Steve Hunt. Here comes Hunt. He's got a head of steam up. Playing it ahead to Beckenbauer. Beckenbauer trying to get by Peter Wall. Now Hunt's with the ball. He and Manuel Cuenca get down. Canaglia, and I'll tell you, it's rough down there right now. Here's Tuert. He takes the shot, and it is wide of its mark. And I think if Mr. Rouse doesn't start blowing that whistle and handing out some fouls, he's going to have a riot before this one is over. So with no score in the game, we'll have more soccer. Hold everything. Hold it. More soccer action after this.
Happy birthday, Grandpa.
Happy birthday.
When do you say Budweiser whenever the moment is right for a great beer?
Good for you.
Yeah, but it sure smells good. When do you say Budweiser?
After the corn, the chicken, and the black-eyed peas.
And try this for your person, sir.
Why, thank you.
When do you say Budweiser?
Honey, after a few hours in this kitchen, I can't form my mouth to say anything else.
Ain't that the truth?
After the work is done, while you still having fun, anytime the right time to say it. When do you say Budweiser?
Whenever I feel like a king.
Or when you say Budweiser, you have said it all.
Hey, we have seating 3 times this year.
All right, just seconds ago, Dennis Tuert was taken down in the penalty box, and the referee has indicated he's going to give a penalty kick.
And there you saw it on your screen. That is what they're calling. They meaning Roshan Mosh, and I'm not quite sure it is. It is a penalty kick. They say that Len Rennery made contact in the penalty area to Dennis Tuert, and I think Dennis Tuert took one of the all-time great dives. And this referee, Marjan Rosh, can really be fooled or influenced by the noise of the crowd, but nonetheless, it'll be Giorgio Canaglia taking the kick.
Here's the shot, and he has just scored his 24th goal of the year, Giorgio Canaglia.
Here's the replay of the penalty kick. Giorgio Canaglia with that cannon right foot of his. And Jackson just got a guess on it because you got about a 90% chance of success on a penalty kick, 10% chance of guessing right and maybe blocking it.
So with 7 minutes and 47 seconds left to play in the first half, the Cosmos take the lead 1-0 on the penalty kick on a very questionable call.
Very questionable indeed.
No question about the penalty kick. That was very clean. And Canaglia, the league's leading scorer, picking up his 24th goal of the year. As the Surf trying to come back now, but here comes Beckenbauer leading the charge for the Cosmos. Gets it ahead to Bogachevic. Bogachevic takes a shot, and Jackson pulls this one in. You know, the Cosmos have 5 players in the National Conference's top 10 scorers, including Canaglia, who is the league's leader, going into the game with 57 points. He's now got 59. We have 7 minutes and 3 seconds left to play in the first half as Bob O'Leary brings the ball up for the Surf. Playing it over to Evans. Evans on the right side. Here's his cross. Brand, it's over his head. Steve David takes the shot, and it is knocked out of there in an incredible play by Giuseppe Wilson. Absolutely a magnificent ball by Wilson, is up into the air and over the top of Danny Counts as Ray Evans takes a shot, and it hits Carlos Alberto right in the face.
Once again, they're calling a foul on the California Surf inside. Danny Counts making contact as he went in the air against the goalkeeper, Jack Brand. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's game is sponsored in part by Coca-Cola, the soft drink that adds life to soccer.
The big cheer in the background, the public address announcement of Canaglia's 24th goal of the year. He now has one more goal than Steve David had last year when he led the league.
That's correct, and he has 59 points to lead all scorers in all conferences, everybody in the North American Soccer League.
No, Steve had 26 last year, didn't he?
He had 26, 58 total points. Canaglia now has 59 points. That goal, by the way, by Canaglia was officially recorded at the 36-46 mark of this contest. A penalty kick on a very questionable call.
Bogachevic trying to get over to Canaglia. Canaglia knocks home his 25th goal. Giorgio Canaglia has scored again.
I don't know. Wait, everything. Hold everything. I believe that they're calling no goal on the play. Offsides, Canaglia.
That's it. Exactly right, Dick. A good break that time for the Surf.
Yeah, they just had a bad break. That was a very fortunate break there. The Surf is playing very, very hard. They're marking up this high-scoring Cosmo team excellent, and they are really doing a fine job of moving all over the field. Their work rate is incredible, but boy, when you face a team with the guns that this club's got and the outstanding individuals and the great skill and talent, you're in for a hard night's work, really. John Jackson will tell you right now.
This is Cuenca over to Steve David. Steve David still with the ball, has it tackled away by Carlos Alberto, and I think Alberto came down on his knee there a little bit hard. As Peter Wall trying to get over to Ray Evans. Instead, it's Beckenbauer that picks it up and then sends a cross over to Terry Garbett. Garbett lets Stewart take the ball forward now as he comes to the Surf 35-yard line. Gets by 3 players. Over to Canaglia. Canaglia back to Stewart, who shoots. And John Jackson makes another save. Great teamwork there by the Cosmos.
They get a lot of open area, and they really run for the space. Here comes Canaglia.
He's got Stewart with him. Takes a shot, and this one is wide of its mark, and we've got a goal kick coming up. So with the score, the Cosmos won on the Surf nothing. More soccer action after this.
Hey, the sun's gonna shine all day. Don't run too fast, you can come in last, cause the sun's gonna shine all day. Hey, did you hear what the weatherman say? It's time for a coat, it ain't no joke. The sun's gonna shine all day. Coca-Cola, when the midday sun takes over.
Volkswagen's proud that the VW bus is the official team bus of the California Surf. And your participating Volkswagen dealer is a big booster of California Surf soccer. Come on in to his VW showroom and learn all about his soccer clinics and California Surf Stars autograph sessions. He'll show you soccer films and give you a free pro soccer guide. Visit your Volkswagen dealer where it's go, Surf, go!
Enter the Volkswagen shootout at these participating dealers and win a 1978 Rabbit.
As we rejoin the action now, the Cosmos have a throw in right in front of the Surf bench over there. John Sewell standing behind the bench. You can see him in the beige sport coat. Coming back this time to Wilson. Wilson over to Hunt. Formoso overlapping on the left side. Hunt's cross coming in, trying to get it into Canaglia. Instead, it's Malcolm Lord that steals it. He plays it over to Joey Clark on the left side. Here comes Joe upfield now for the California Surf. They trail 1-0 on a penalty kick by Giorgio Canaglia. Long ball played upfield for Danny Counts. Alberto on a beautiful scissor kick up into the air. Now Cuenca. Manuel Cuenca leaves it there for Al Trost, but it's Bob O'Leary. O'Leary to Counts. Counts from the left side now. Drops it off to O'Leary. O'Leary chips it into the penalty box, and Giuseppe Wilson heads it right back out again. Then Beckenbauer, stealing it away from Cuenca, plays it back to Alberto. Alberto up to Bogacevic. Bogey playing to Formoso. His long tresses flying in the night air here at Giant Stadium. To Hunt. Leon's the referee. Steve Hunt and Peter Wall battling for that ball. Peter Wall gets in there to shield it, and it goes over the end line. Let's see, is it a goal kick? Yes.
Goal kick.
Goal kick. John Jackson, there he is. The big guy coming into this game with a 1.60 goals against average. 6'2", 188 pounds. He's 35 years old. Here's Steve David taking a run, but Wilson heads the ball back into the middle, right to Malcolm Lord. Over to Counts, back to Lord. But again, it is Wilson that gets there first and lets the ball go over the end line, and it'll be a goal kick coming up. I think he may have called offside and gave him the free kick on that. Wilson over to Formoso. Formoso leaving it there for Carlos Alberto. With just 27 seconds left in the half now. The Cosmos playing a little bit of slowdown. They may have one more attack. No, Beckenbauer back over to Bogacevic. Bogey now chips it ahead for Alberto, who's overlapped. Then feeding it into Canaglia. Canaglia and Rennery going after it. Canaglia can't get to it, and out of bounds it goes over the goal line. It's a goal kick coming up for the Surf. But there's the whistle, and that is the end of the first half with the score. The Cosmos 1 and the California Surf 0. We'll be back for halftime after this.
Looky there, little fella. Begin with an itty-bitty can of Budweiser.
Ah, yes, it's straight from the horse's mouth. But seriously, folks, we call it the Bud Half Pint. It's 8 easy-tasting ounces of the king of beers. It's perfect when you want a lot of quality, a little at a time. When you say Bud Half Pint, you've said it all.
Wrong, Eduardo. You've said it short.
How come I'm always the straight man?
Shep Messing for smokeless tobacco.
I love soccer. And I love tobacco. But I don't light up. I get my tobacco pleasure the smokeless way. And so can you. With mild, easy-to-use Happy Days. It's a smokeless tobacco with a great fresh mint flavor. Just a little pinch between your cheek and gum is all it takes. The best part of going smokeless? It's really relaxing. Try some.
What? Tug McGraw out of shape. They're nuts. I'm tough as nails.
They mean chic shape, Tug. Chic shape.
Get clean, get close, get comfort too. Get your face in chic shape.
Only Schick's Super 2 twin blades are Schick Sharp for incredibly close, clean shave.
Great shape, Tug.
That's chic shape.
That's Schick Super 2.
A few million years ago, the locals went into hiding and started a new game called hide and seek. Chevron's job is to find them.
Bottom floor, fossil fuels.
We've always got our ear to the ground for oil. Sometimes we're up in the air about where to look. Point is, oil's getting harder to find. So, here at home, we've got to be able to keep seeking wherever they're hiding.
Down here on the field, we have Coach John Sewell, and first thing I want to ask you, John, what's going on out there? There's some questionable calls.
Well, you know, we're playing, I know at the Cosmos, but when you got to play against 12 men, it's hard, you know. The referee's definitely on their bloody side, and I must say, you know, I'm really hacked off that the decisions, they haven't given us anything, and I think, you know, the game has got to be fair. You know, if they've got more skill than us, that's great, but I mean, when they've got an extra man, that's totally unfair, and I'm really hacked off at the officiating.
John, we feel the same way. We feel that the work rate of the California Surf has been tremendous out there. These lads are really up for this game. They're trying very hard, and it's obvious some of the calls have gone the other way. Let's get to your attack now. Are you pleased or displeased with the way you're moving the ball into their area?
Well, you know, we've still been a little bit slow. Some of the passes are going astray, but we've created several good chances. You know, down at the other end, Jacko's playing well. The defense is playing well. And, you know, I think up to that point, 0-0, we were in with a great chance. But, you know, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. Now we've got to take more chances than we normally would if it was 0-0. But, you know, I'm very pleased with the way the players are playing. And, you know, we're as good as them. We just need to get a goal, and we'll be in good shape.
I think the physical aspect of the game, although I hope it doesn't get out of hand, I think that your lads are really taking it to the Cosmos.
Oh, no, I mean, it's a very fair game. It could get out of hand if the referee, if he doesn't do his job, but he's not contributing anything to the game at the moment.
Okay, John, I know you want to get in. It's a very important necessity to get in and talk to your ball club. We'll just wish you a lot of luck in that second half. Come back with another goal.
Good. Thanks so much indeed, Dick.
Okay, our halftime will continue here from Giant Stadium with this very special feature.
It's time now for the NASL Goal of the Week, brought to you by Budweiser, the king of beers. Each week, Budweiser presents the Goal of the Week, selected by Paul Gardner, editor of Soccer Express magazine, from the past week NASL action.
This is Paul Gardner. This week it's over to Memphis and the Liberty Bowl, where the Rogues take on the New York Cosmos.
Right, pick up the Rogues now to the Cosmo 35. A good run now. Here's the cross. Yassin punches it out. Tony Field, goal!
What a goal there for Tony Field. Of all people, a former Cosmos player scoring against his own team. The crowd, of course, absolutely delighted with that. All began with this long run, must have been 50 yards by David Stride, outpacing Vito Dimitrievich, stumbling a bit, recovering, hooking a left foot cross across the goal there. Now here comes Yassin, the goalkeeper, under pressure from a Memphis forward, and he does the wrong thing. Instead of punching it clear, he pats it down right in the area. There's Tony Field, cool as a cucumber, left foot volley, right through everybody, into the net. What delight that must be for Tony Field. There he is. Doesn't look too happy, but I can assure you he is.
And the final score, the Memphis Rogues 1, the New York Cosmos nothing. Watch next week for the NASL Goal of the Week, selected from NASL action, and brought to you by Budweiser, the king of beers.
I'm starved, Mr. McAllister.
Burger's ready, Howard. Have another bottle of Coke?
How come it's always Coke, Mr. McAllister?
Of course, Howard. Most folks I know like their cola lighter, especially with a burger.
Coke is lighter than the Challenger?
I've known it for years. Ounce for ounce, Coke's got 5% less calories than the Challenger, and a lot of folks think lighter is more refreshing.
I never knew about the calories.
Howard, the more you know about Coca-Cola, the better it tastes.
When it comes to station wagons and you want to carry the most for the least, it's more fun to take the bus. The 78 Volkswagen bus. It may be the most versatile family vehicle ever. The bus fits comfortably around your big family. And whatever you want to carry. It has a big sliding door and a spirited 2-liter engine. So have some fun and take the bus. You can carry a load for a song.
Hi, I'm Al Trost. There's nothing more thrilling for the whole family than the heart-pounding excitement of soccer as played by the California Surf. And your Orange County Safeway store has an incredible bargain.